Welcome back, dear student. Jai Hind and very good morning from Bharat sir. Welcome in today's e-learning program. As you all know that we have completed biology. 4 chapters of biology we have already completed. That is chapter number 6, 7, 8 and 9 that we completed. At the same time, my dear student, we also completed 2 chapters in physics, that was chapter number 10 and 11. As far as chemistry is concerned, we have already covered chapter number 1, 2 and 3. Today, we are starting a new chapter in chemistry, that is chapter number 4. Before I start this chapter number 4, let me just write the title first, okay? In chemistry, my dear student, we are starting chapter number 4 today, okay? And as you know, name of the chapter carbon and its compounds, okay? That is the title of the chapter, carbon and its compounds. And today you are attending in that lecture number 1, okay my dear student? Lecture number 1 you are attending today in the chapter carbon and its compounds. This is 4th chapter in chemistry. In chemistry, you all know there are ultimately 5 chapters. 1, 2 and 3. 3 chapters we covered. And today we are going to understand in detail regarding chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. Actually, last year I have seen one thing, that student felt this chapter very complicated to prepare. They were feeling difficulty and I could see them confused in preparing this particular chapter. Why? I must say one thing. In this particular chapter, the material which is given means the data which has been given in the textbook is not appropriately designed. So if you just read the textbook in some of the topic, you yourself will feel some insufficient material every time. Understand? So we have tried our best in our material to describe the topic in proper manner, so that if you stick to the material and read it thoroughly, it becomes easy for you to prepare this chapter. We are going to give enough time to understand this particular chapter, carbon and its compound. And I must say why this chapter carries much importance, because this chapter actually deals with organic chemistry. Students who are interested to go for science in 11, 12, they have to prepare organic chemistry in depth. And this particular chapter is just a glance at organic chemistry. It's just no doubt beginning of that, but you have to concentrate on each and every topic in this particular chapter in detail. Okay, my dear student, let us start this chapter, carbon and its compound. Name itself gives you an idea that in this particular chapter we are going to discuss about carbon and its compounds. If I ask you where carbon or carbon compounds are found, understand my question is wrong. Actually, my question should be modified this way, where carbon and its compound are not found, because carbon, a unique non-metallic element, possesses so much versatility as far as chemical reaction are concerned. Understand, it has given rise to so many carbon compound. If you just list out the carbon compound which we know by formula, suppose I speak some of the compound, take an example. By formula, if we just try to understand methane CH4, methanol CH3OH, all formula you are going to learn. Ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, benzene, understand C6H6, acetic acid, vinegar you all know, and we have also understood and learnt its formula CH3COOH, that is also carbon compound. Understand, I just mentioned few only just now. Understand, but as per the estimation by the chemist of the world, how many carbon compounds we know with formula, you will be surprised. 3 millions. No element, may be metallic or non-metallic, possess so many compounds, understand, by just one element. Carbon is the only non-metal which has how many compounds which we know by formula? 3 millions. This outnumbers compound formed by all other elements taken together. If you think of other element and their compound and you sum up that, then also carbon alone can outnumber all these. So many carbon compounds are present, understand, in nature. My question again, where carbon and carbon compound are found? Wrong question. Where they are not found, they are present, understand, in almost any compound. You just look around you. If you are at your home, just think of wood, wooden windows, doors, understand, carbon is found. Cloth you are wearing also contains carbon. Bird's feather contains carbon. Grains, wheat, rice contains carbon. Sugar contains carbon. Potato means vegetable contains carbon. Understand, our bones contains carbon. How will you list out the compound which does not contain carbon or carbon compound? Understand, you can say that if I just want to summarize in one word that carbon and carbon compound are omnipresent, like God is omnipresent, in the same way carbon and carbon compound are everywhere. They are found everywhere. How can you test whether sugar contains carbon or not? Understand, wheat contains carbon or not? Just burn them. Any substance which any object or substance which I just now mentioned, you burn them, all will ultimately turn blackish in color. That means they contains carbon. So my dear student, carbon is such a unique non-metal. About that, you are going to discuss about carbon and its compound in detail in this chapter. Now, question first, which we don't want to discuss today, my dear student, is first regarding carbon only. Suppose, let us discuss one thing. If I ask you this particular question, understand, carbon contains which type of nature? Let me write, do carbon contains ionic nature or it contains covalent nature? Okay. I think, my dear student, in ninth standard, if you have studied or not, I don't know regarding covalent and ionic nature. Understand, but at least suppose you haven't understood this particular word which I mention here. Suppose, my dear student, it may not be a part of your study, I am not exactly sure. Chemical bonding. If this may not be a part of your study, forget it. But at least in ninth standard, I think you might be aware about this particular word. Some of the word I want to mention, valency. At least I think you must be knowing. Octet state. Some of the word, stable configuration. I think this might not be some quite new word for you. Valency, octet states. Understand, stable configuration means stable electronic configuration. I think at least, and someone another word I want to mention here, that is, you might be also aware of this particular word, valence orbit, you know? Yes, no, Bhagya? Valence orbit, outermost orbit, no? Okay. At least, suppose you don't know in detail, understand about chemical bonding, right? How bonding take place, understand, it may happen that when at least I am going to explain, I have already explained ionic bonding when we were doing, understand, chapter metals and non-metal, if you know. So just now today we want to understand covalent bonding. Understand? Now, my dear student, at least you are well aware about all these words: valency, octet state, stable configuration, valence orbit, that is the outermost orbit of atom of any element. Okay, actually what topic of discussion for us today is carbon possess which type of nature, ionic or covalent. Actually somewhere you might have studied or you might be sure that actually carbon possess covalent nature. Covalent nature means the nature of joining with other element by sharing of electron. Understand, that is called covalent nature. What is the meaning of covalent nature? Joining joining with other elements. Okay, my dear student, joining with other elements by sharing of electron. Try to understand, sharing of electron, this is very important. Carbon does not possess this ionic nature. Ionic nature means what? Joining with other element by transfer of electron. Understand that we studied already that one element lose electron, one accepts electron, and they both form oppositely charged ion and joins with each other. If you can remember formation of NaCl, sodium chloride, where sodium ion and chlorine ion joins to form molecule of sodium chloride, but that was ionic bonding. Carbon does not possess that type of ionic nature. Why not? Question may arise in our mind. Why carbon does not possess ionic nature and why it possess only covalent type of nature, that is the nature of sharing electron? Let us try to understand. Actually, my dear student, uh, if I just write about carbon, okay, let us write about carbon. You all know some detailing about carbon, okay, and why it possess covalent nature. That is what we are going to discuss. Actually in textbook title is carbon covalent bonding. Okay, try to understand, my dear student, what is the symbol of carbon. You all know C. If I ask you what is atomic number of carbon, can you say 6? That you all know. Atomic number of carbon, that is 6. Understand? And if I ask you what is electronic configuration of carbon, so you can directly say, my dear student, 2, 4. And as you know, suppose I write it again here 2, 4. First orbit, which is always called K orbit, and second is called L orbit. So this is the outermost orbit and this is the first orbit. Now my dear student, try to just remind 9th standard. How many electrons carbon possess in the outermost orbit? 4 electrons. Means in the valence orbit carbon possess 4 electron. So if carbon wants to become chemically stable, means if carbon wants to attain stable electronic configuration, how many electrons are required in the outermost orbit for stable electronic configuration? You heard this word, octet state. That means 8 electron in the outermost orbit. Understand? Carbon has only 4 electron in the outermost orbit. So carbon can do two things. First, carbon can accept 4 electron. Understand? Suppose carbon can accept 4 electron from other element. Understand? Suppose carbon accept 4 electron in the valence orbit. What would be its electronic configuration? You all know, 2, 8. Whose electronic configuration is this 2, 8? That is of neon gas, as you know. Understand? And neon is already a stable chemical element. So if carbon acquires 4 electron in the outermost orbit, then it attains the stable electronic configuration like neon and become chemically stable. But is it possible for carbon to obtain 4 electron? Understand? Question may arise in your mind, why not? Any element has right to become chemically stable, but my dear student, try to understand. When carbon accepts 4 electron, understand, just let me draw the structure of carbon atom somewhat this way. Suppose this is nucleus. Understand? Then let me show the first orbit. Okay, my dear student, I just want to make you understand first orbit, and this is, my dear student, the L orbit, last orbit. Okay, now try to understand what I want to explain you is this. Carbon has how many electron in first orbit? 2 electron. Okay, and the last orbit, how many electron? 4 electron, as you know. Number of proton and electron are always equal, so obviously in the nucleus there are 6 proton also, 6 neutron also. Just now we are writing only proton because proton actually attracts the electron. Now my dear student, try to understand. If carbon accepts 4 electron in the outermost orbit, then no doubt it becomes, when it accepts 4 electron in the outermost orbit, it is called C minus 4 anion, that you all know. Understand? But is it possible to accept 4 electron and retain them? Suppose carbon accept 4 extra electron. Now can you calculate how many electron total? 10. And there are only 6 proton. Understand? And plus nucleus of carbon atom is also smaller. So it is not possible for only 6 proton in the nucleus to hold 10 electron now. Understand? Remember one thing, electron are like a mischievous student. Understand? If some mischievous student are asked in the classroom, okay, be silent, sit silent, don't talk, will they do? No. They are going to be there, understand, and it become difficult to retain them in discipline. So actually electrons are like mischievous student. When you accept this energetic electron from other element, not only you have to accept them in outermost orbit, but you have to retain them. It is not possible by carbon having smaller nucleus and only 6 proton cannot handle these 10 electrons. Understand? Because nucleus is quite smaller, does not create so much attractive force that it can hold 4 extra electrons. So it is not possible for carbon to accept 4 electron and make C minus 4 anion. So is it possible for carbon to lose 4 electron? Just now I am just erasing this, okay? This was just for your understanding. Again the original carbon atom, is it possible that carbon atom will lose 4 electron? If carbon lose 4 electron, my dear student, what could be its electronic configuration? Just now original 2 4. If it loses this 4 electron, then carbon will have only one orbit and will become stable with duplet electronic configuration like helium. As you all know, helium is a stable element. Understand? Try to understand. Is it possible for carbon to lose 4 electron and become C plus 4 cation? No, my dear student. That is also not possible. Neither carbon accept 4 electron, neither carbon lose 4 electron. Why? Why it cannot lose? Because it's not easy to even lose electron. You require energy to lose electron. My dear student, try to understand one thing very clearly. If any element accept electron or donate electron, in both the case, high amount of energy is required. Understand how to accept electron and to retain it in outermost orbit requires energy. Not only that, losing electron from orbit also require energy, which is actually we are going to study in detail in chapter number 5, periodic classification of element. That energy is known as ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Means you require energy in both the case. Either you accept electron, you require ionization energy. You want to lose electron, you require ionization energy. That means energy is compulsory and energy is required in both the cases. It is not in both the cases carbon fails due to smaller size of the nucleus. Neither carbon is able to accept 4 electron and form C minus for anion, or nor carbon lose 4 electron and form C plus for cation. So carbon cannot afford to do this, either losing 4 or accepting 4. So that means carbon does not possess ionic nature. So that means this, that carbon will never become stable. Understand anytime? No, my dear student. Every element has right That's the rule of the nature to become chemically stable. Like you have all have right to become stable in their life. So when you have right to become stable in life, you are a part of this universe. So all these are also a part of universe. They also have right to become stable, chemically unreactive, by establishing octet state, that is 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. How can it be possible? For carbon, these two possibilities are crossed, neither to accept for electron nor to donate for electron. So carbon has only one option left, that is sharing of electron. Carbon can share electron, understand, with other element and become chemically stable or chemically unreactive. Okay, my dear student, but very sparkling phenomenon regarding carbon. Why it is unique? Because carbon share electron with carbon also and with other element also. And actually carbon has the capacity, we will discuss in the next lecture, carbon has capacity to form by sharing of electron a long chain of carbon atom only, which is called catenation. Understand? Which other element does not possess this property. No doubt. Other element also involved in sharing of electron between the atom of same element. It happens, but they are not able to make the long chain of similar atom together, which is the property possessed by carbon, which is actually known as catenation. What we call it? Catenation. Understand? So my dear student, carbon fails to acquire ionic nature. So carbon has the only option left, that is to share electron. Understand? We are going to understand in this particular chapter sharing of electron between 4 to 5 molecule and compound. But my first target, because we started our discussion about carbon, why not understand one sharing in carbon atom first? Okay, my dear student, let us discuss that. Okay, let us discuss that. Actually, you have to understand formation of single, double, triple covalent bond. Understand? But just now my first target, because we are discussing about the greatest gift of nature to us, that carbon. So why don't we first discuss about carbon only? Understand? I write one name here, my dear student. If you can remember, methane molecule, you know, well-known name. Understand? Methane molecule. You all must be remembering its chemical formula also, CH4. Actually, it is no doubt a covalent compound, but how it must has been formed, let us try to understand this. This is very important. Okay, my dear student. Regarding carbon, I am not writing all things now. You all know. Carbon has atomic number 6, electronic configuration 2 4, outermost orbit, valence orbit consists of 4 electron. It needs one more 4 electron to attain octet electronic state and become chemically stable, that you all know. Understand? So regarding carbon, I am just orally discussing because we just now wrote it. I am just showing here carbon atom only. See, suppose this is carbon atom. Okay. I am not showing the first orbit because first orbit never participate in any chemical reaction that you all know very well. Carbon, my dear student, I just saw by symbol C. How many electron in the outermost orbit of carbon in L orbit? 4 electron. I may show all 4 electron this way. 4 electron. Okay, my dear student. Now, if carbon wants to become chemically stable, it requires 4 extra electron. Acceptance of electron or donation of electron is out of scope for carbon, that you all know very well. That carbon cannot afford to do. So carbon has the only option to share electron with other monovalent element. Monovalent means those elements who can make single covalent bond. Understand? Who are also in need of one electron. Suppose, my dear student, I just draw one hydrogen atom. You all know very well that atomic number of hydrogen is just 1, and it has only one k orbit and one electron. Understand? In the outermost, that means only one orbit it has. So hydrogen is also not chemically stable. If hydrogen wants to become chemically stable, hydrogen is also in need of one electron to acquire or at least stable state like helium. Understand? And carbon needs 4 electron to acquire octet stable state like neon. So actually what happens? Actually what happens? 4 hydrogen atoms, okay, 4 hydrogen atoms. So my dear student, what happened? Carbon wants to become chemically stable by it needs 4 electron extra. So my dear student, 4 hydrogen atom, I just show you. Suppose one hydrogen atom share its electron with carbon, another hydrogen atom share its electron with carbon, third hydrogen atom share its electron with carbon, and fourth hydrogen atom share its electron with carbon. So my dear student, if you draw hydrogen atom, look at this. One hydrogen atom, another hydrogen atom, third hydrogen atom, and four hydrogen atom. Actually, what happened, my dear student? Formation of methane molecule CH4. What you can look here, this is sharing of electron, covalent bonding. In covalent bond, electrons shared are property of both the element. It is not the property of only one element. So all hydrogen atom I have shown here got their only one orbit completed and became chemically stable. Carbon has got already 8 electron in the outermost orbit and became chemically stable. Understood, my dear student? This way methane molecule is formed. So try to understand the formation of covalent bond. No doubt in next lecture we are going to discuss about other covalent compound also, covalently bonded molecule also. Just now though, because we were continuing our discussion regarding carbon atom only, understand, that's why we continued the formation of methane molecule. In the next lecture we will discuss about formation of covalent bond in some other molecule also. Okay, before we end, my dear student, what we discussed today, we just discussed today the covalent nature of carbon. Carbon is possessing the covalent type of nature. Why not ionic nature? That I explained. Not possible to accept for or donate for. That's why carbon involves itself in sharing of electron and become chemically stable. Okay, my dear student. So this is formation of methane molecule. We will discuss such many compound, understand, in our next lecture. Okay, my dear student, thank you very much from Bharat sir.